And hello, I am Wakasm, and I am here to play another game of Pandemic: The Cure with the Experimental Meds expansion. Setup took me a little bit longer today because I had a card jammed into the bottom of the box for some reason, and I have no idea what caused that. So I was sitting there for like a minute trying to peel it out with my fingers, and it didn't go well. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully the setup time gives a realistic expectation of how long setup takes. Obviously, you go much faster than me, but I am as fast as I am and I cannot speed it up. What can you do? So today we are going to be playing two-handed solo. We're going to be playing on standard difficulty again. I think I said I'm going to start on standard difficulty until I play about 4 or 5 times, and then I might start upping it to hard once I get a role that I've beaten the game with on standard. So hopefully as I win more, I'll start playing more on heroic and start working my way through everything. But before I start, let us talk about how I'm tracking everything. I don't know if I had this in my last video or not, but here we go. So this is what I call the Pandemic: The Cure tracking sheet. I often call this a completionist matrix, which I don't know, it's just stupid stuff that I do when I play games solo to track combinations of wins and losses and all kinds of crazy stuff. If you've seen some of my other videos, I know I do this all the time. I don't know why. So far, this is my 3rd game solo since I've been doing this. I've played solo a long time ago, but since I've been recording, this is my progress so far. At the top, you can kind of see a little red thing going on there. There we go. You can see me now. All the way up at the top, there's like a little red and a little green. That's just as like my wins and losses kind of visualized. But above each role, you can kind of see like above the field director, we've won 1 and lost 0. But above the epidemiologist, we've lost that game. So we're tracking all of that. So it looks like today we have not played as the Celebrity Activist or the Generalist. So they will be new entries on this if we win. And then as I win, you'll start seeing these little boxes like under the scientist and field director pop up. Right now, I beat it on standard. You'll see it like the S and the I are colorized, but the H on heroic is not. So yeah, and then if I play with both the expansions, which I'm probably gonna do every single time, you'll see those icons there too. So yeah, this is how I'll be tracking it. Hopefully you find it interesting. If not, well, what I do anyway. So anyway, let's get to the game. I have exactly 35 minutes to play, or I have to go pick up my son at school. I took a day off today so I can play and get chores done. Chores took a long time, so we're going to go straight to playing, and hopefully we can get it done in time. So if you like my content, please, my goal is to try to get to 300 subs by the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to make it, but if you want to help me out, please give me a subscribe, like, follow. I'd appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about the 2 roles we're playing today. Today we're playing as the Celebrity Activist. This one lets us place money on our roll card before rolling infection dice drawn from the bag. Spend to set 1 drawn infection die to a, I don't know, the CDC sign, I guess that's what it's called, and place it on the CDC. When you fly, you may take 1 pawn in your region with you. You cannot collect samples or try to find a cure. So this is a role that's supposed to be better at 3 players. I haven't tried any of the 3-player roles in two-handed yet, so we're going to see how hard this is, because it's going to mean that the generalist has to cure everything. So we'll see how that goes. We have the generalist who, they just have 7 dice and they can't get infections on their first roll. So this should be kind of interesting of a combination. Don't know how well it's going to go, but let's get started. So order of play, we are going to pick someone to go first, and we both start. And I guess we're going to pick the Celebrity Activist to go first because they can take the Generalist around the world with them, which might be super useful. We'll see. We are going to roll, I guess we'll roll up here. And all right, so we have our first infection, and we're playing on standard. So that gets locked up. And let's see what we can do. So first we will take an airplane, and we will bring the Generalist with us. All the way, I guess. We can either start on the purple dice, or we can start on the black dice. I forget what these icons mean. When spending a plane to move to this region, you must spend an additional plane. I don't have an additional plane, so I guess that's going to make us go over here. This is if this region outbreaks, draw and place 4 infection dice in the treatment center. So So that's what we're doing. We have syringes, so we're just going to treat 2 of the purple dice, and then we are going to put this money icon on our card. And I don't know why that's a sub at YouTube thing is coming back so quickly. It's not supposed to. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that, but we'll see. So on your roll card, before rolling infection dice drawn from the bag, spend to set 1 drawn infection die and place it in CDC. So we can purposely just make one of the infection dice that we're about to draw, which is 3, and we can just make it go to the CDC. So I get to look at it though. Before rolling infection dice drawn from the bag, I guess I can see which ones we have. And I guess I will put the purple dice over there with my, and we'll roll the 2 black dice. And then we should probably look at our events. Emergency conference, select a player. Each other player's pawn may move to the region that this pawn's player is in. Reduce the infection rate by 1 until the start of the current player's next turn. Ignore outbreaks until the start of the current player's next turn. Return any dice that would produce outbreaks to the infection bag. Okay, so the cost is going to be 2 since we have 2 players in the game. All right, let's see how this goes. A 3 and a 5. Thought I had a 3 and a 5. Pretty sure I had a 3 and a 5. I can't rewind the tape, but I don't know. For some reason, these dice are very easily like even when you just like do stuff like this, they move. So I'm pretty sure it was a 3 and a 5, and when I moved the dice, it changed the side. But if not, let me know, because I try not to cheat, but sometimes it happens. All right, so that is the Celebrity Activist's turn. Now the Generalist is going to go. They just basically roll 2 dice, and they have a bunch of basic actions. So we're going to see how well this goes. So they rolled really poorly, so this is not going good for us to start. They don't advance the infection rate on the first one, but they do on 3 others that I rolled. So we are already 1, 2, 3 into this next area. We're going to roll this. This is going to go down here, and we are going to infect. Yeah, so we're basically erasing all the work we did so far. We're going to take these 2 dice plus another 3 dice, and we are going to roll these. And what do we have going on here? This was not on there. Okay, so first this is going to go in here, so that's helpful. The -1 is I draw an infection dice from the bag and I put it into the box. Then we roll the die. So we drew out a black dice, so that's going to go up there. That's where all of our discarded dice are going to go. Then we got to re-roll this purple dice. Get rid of a purple dice this time. See if we can avoid this fate. We do it again. All right. This is going to be one of these games where just everything doesn't go our way. Let's roll it again. Okay, ×2, which means that we add another infection dice and then roll it. So we have another 1. Okay. Well, I said I didn't have a lot of time. I guess one way to speed the game up is to just lose. I mean, we are shaking this dice. We're rolling it. Lose another dice. So we lost 5 dice. Somebody asked me how luck-based this game is, and well, as you can see, there is some luck involved. We're going to add another dice. The worst purple dice I've ever drawn. Okay, at least that purple dice turned into a number. Oof, okay, there we go. All right, let's see how bad this is. No outbreaks here. No outbreaks here. And then no outbreaks anywhere so far. But we've got nothing in the treatment bag. And this is what we have going on. So we have to figure out what we want to do. So I guess we're just going to put a purple dice into the syringe. And we will, I guess we'll just start the process of taking purple dice to try and cure. And then we'll take a boat over here and we'll try to work our way over to get more purple dice. I probably actually should take, instead of the purple dice, we're going to take this dice now because there's a lot of black dice over here that are going to be bad for us when the time comes to do another epidemic. All right, so that's the end of the round. We are going to add 3 more dice out. And we have our first, is it a pandemic? Outbreak, what I meant to say. And then we have a 4 and a 6. So the outbreak track is going to go down 1 and nothing else happens there. So we are good. The Celebrity Activist is good to go. I'm not really sure how to best use the Celebrity Activist with what we have. Of course, 2 infections. not going well for us at all. But I think we are going to get them into this area right here, and we're going to spend the extra plane to do so, and then we're just going to use a syringe to get rid of one of these to try to at least prevent another. All right, I'm going to infect the regions again. Okay, we're back to losing dice. We've already lost 6 dice. Guess we'll do it like this. Let's re-roll this again. All right, so finally that helped us out a little bit. No outbreak currently. All right, so the generalist is going to go. They have 6 dice now. Hopefully they don't roll 500 biohazards. Of course, they rolled 500 biohazards. We can do nothing. So we're going to take 2, and we're going to basically, things are not going well. 1, 2. All right, we're going to roll this. I think this happens after, but we're going to put it there. Forget the actual order of operations when it comes to that. I think we do the epidemic first and then we roll. It's supposed to happen after we do the epidemic. So now we're up to 4 dice. So we got 4 dice and 1. Not sure on the timing if we can use the commercial travel ban immediately. Might be a good time to do that though, but we'll just do it after and we'll just hope for the best. Oops. All right, so that was a 4. And another one of these. We're going to lose another dice. Roll this again. Okay, we're going to add a dice. Definitely not going our way. We're going to lose another dice. Going to lose another dice. Gonna lose this entire bag and lose from these purple dice. All right. 3, not an infection or not an outbreak. Not an outbreak. We will have an outbreak here. Gonna push this over here. So we are on to our second outbreak of the day. We still have 2 syringes and a boat to use. So we're going to use our 2 syringes to push these in. Unfortunately, we cannot seem to get to a place where we can keep them in the middle long enough to try to solve it. And then we got another biohazard, so that's it for this generalist's turn. Yeah, so they're the only one that can collect samples, and if they don't roll samples, we're going to lose. So I think we are going to just quickly spend 2 of these. We're going to go back in the bag to lower the infection rates, reduce the infection rate by 1 until the start of the current player's turn, because otherwise we are going to lose the game. And we're going to add a new one out. Move up to 2 dice, hot zone or infection from the same region to a single different region. And we prevent from the same region to a single different region. We are going to spend 1 of these. Do that immediately. I guess we'll put these up here. I'm going to move these 2 6s and see what else we get. All right, well, let's see if we can survive this now. So we're doing 3 infection dice instead of 4 because we have, I don't know why I put it up there. We have this out until the beginning of their next turn. But we're going to lose a dice. So we're down 10 dice already. We're going to add a dice now. Oop, that helps us. We're adding a dice. Wait, I don't know why I'm supposed to do this first. Now we're losing a dice. There we go. All right, so we're going to outbreak again. Would have been nice if we had this event out, but we didn't put it out. And then we're going to drop this in here. But when this outbreaks, this region outbreaks, draw and place 4 infection dice in the treatment center. So I think these just go in here. It actually isn't too bad for us because, I mean, it's bad if we roll biohazards, but it does mean that we have dice now that we can pull out if we need to. Just making sure that that's what is considered the treatment center. I think it is. Yeah, okay. All right, so that is the end of their turn. So now we're going to go back to the Celebrity Activist. I could use, like, I don't know, 5 rounds where we just don't roll biohazards. I doubt this is going to work out, but we are going to pay for this immediately and lower. We're going to ignore outbreaks until the start of their next turn. All right, no biohazards, but we have 600 airplanes, which doesn't really help us. We do have a syringe, so that helps us a little bit. Put this into the middle. I mean, we just basically need money. So we got 1 biohazard, which is not helpful, but we did get 1 money and 2 syringes. So the syringes are kind of helpful. I guess we'll just start putting in other colors. We'll put 2 yellows in. And we're just gonna hope the generals can get a lot of cures going. So these are gone. We have to lower this, and we have an airplane that we're not gonna use. I probably should have been removing dice out of the middle. That's probably what I should have done. So that's probably what we're gonna do instead. Instead of putting the 2 yellows in there, we're gonna remove the blue and the yellow. This way, when we eventually outbreak, or when we eventually roll like 5 biohazards, there's less dice to roll back in. All right, well, here we go again. So we are going to lose a dice from the game. So we have a 4 and a 1. The 1 is going to outbreak, but we ignore outbreak. So this dice goes back into the infection bag. Okay, that's strong. And we forgot to put a new card out. Mobile hospital. When entering new regions this turn, move 1 infection die from the region to the center. Okay, so that's a really good one for the Celebrity Activist with all their airplanes. But we didn't have that out, or didn't have access to it last turn. So, all right, so we didn't lose yet. We're going to roll dice, and we're going to try to find cures. That's what we're hoping for. Yeah, we got 2 cures. This is actually not a bad roll for us. We're going to take 2 black dice from the middle. We have 3 dice for a cure. So maybe we'll at least like not lose without at least curing 1 dice. Really depends on what I roll on those dice though. They have 3s, 4s, and 5s. So on average, as long as I don't roll 3 3s or any of the plus symbols, we should be able to cure it. We are not in the best place though to use all these syringes. I guess what we will do, so yeah, we're going to use the airlift. Yeah, actually this goes away too, because that's at the start of the player's next turn. So we're going to airlift them out, and we are going to, we're just going to use 2 syringes, and then we'll use 1 syringe to remove this black dice. We'll put the red dice back. Where's that red dice? And hope that we can make it to another round to do something with all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, we have another syringe here. Let's get rid of a red dice too. All right. So we could, if we wanted to, add 1 to our pool with this, but we're not going to do it. We're just going to hope for the best. If this doesn't work out, then things are bad for us. Actually, let's see what our last one is. After rolling, when trying to find a cure, draw dice. So we need 11. No, we need 13. That's right. 11 is a different character entirely. So you know what? We're going to do the following. We're going to undo this, and we're going to do this instead. We probably should have rolled for more cure icons, is what we should have done, but it is where we're at. You know what? I could do +2 if I draw 5 dice. After rolling, trying to find a cure, draw dice from the bag and put them in the treatment center. You know what? We're just going to do, we don't have the dice to do it, so we can't. All right, so we are rolling 4 infection dice, probably where we lose. This helps us. Okay, no outbreaks. This card goes away, and now we roll. We need we need 5 money. Is what we need. Maybe 1 or 2 syringes. Okay, we got 2 money. That's pretty good. This is actually not bad. We are going to put 1 more black in the middle, and we're going to put a purple in the middle, and then we're going to move. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave this purple, and we are going to put a blue to try to prevent an outbreak there for now. And that is it, which means that now we get to do 4 more infection dice. 2 of them immediately we can decide which ones we want. And these are the 4 that we drew. Yellow is a risk right now. Purple, red. Nothing else is a risk of outbreaking as far as I can tell. So let us leave the black out, and we'll do these 2. And these 2 are now stuff we can use. Roll the 2. Got 2 3s. And now the generalist is going to go with their 4 dice. No biohazards. All right, 2 samples are perfect. We have 5 black dice now. So assuming that we don't roll horribly, this is okay. And we're going to roll 1 dice because we get to ignore the first biohazard. which means that we can keep rolling to try to get another sample. Actually, we're going to leave the syringe, and we're going to keep it. We get to ignore this. We'll leave the syringe, and we'll use this to put a red dice in the middle. And now we're going to try to cure. So we need a 13 on 5 dice. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, exactly 13. So we get the cure. Means that one of these dice go over here. These other 3 dice that we have in our sample bottles go back in the bag. And then that is it for our turn. Actually, one more goes back in the bag. And we're going to draw 4. And do we want to use anything first when entering new regions? Select the player. Each other player's pawn may move to the region that this... Nope. So we don't need any of that right now. All right. So we have a 2. We have an outbreak. We have a 5, 3. We have another outbreak. We are at 4 outbreaks and a 6. All right. We've got 1 color cured. That's progress. Now we have to figure out if there's a way we can possibly use the events that we have reasonably. So we have 1 money. I think I may have accidentally swapped up the colors of those characters. I can't undo it now, but I think I moved the dice from here to here before, but it should have been from here. So that is my mistake, but we are going to move 1, and then we're going to cure a blue dice because we need dice back. And then we are going to use this mobile hospital event, which just lets us move somewhere. We're going to go over here and we're just going to put one of these yellow dice in. And we're doing that mostly because we have to use these dice up, otherwise we're going to lose. And we also need to see more events because the events are what's going to help us. All right, after rolling and trying to find a cure, set 1 roll. Okay, that's going to be helpful. All right, that is it. Drawing 4 dice. One of these we can use the money on. We're going to use it on the purple dice because we can't afford to lose any more dice. We are going to be pretty high probability of getting another outbreak. We did not get another outbreak. At least I don't think we did. Nope. Okay. We're somehow hanging in there. But now this is the roll that's going to make or break us. We need... I think I did it again. This guy was supposed to be... I think I swapped the colors again. All right, we're just going to do this. I played it that way twice. I don't know why I keep mixing these colors up for the characters, but we're just going to do it this way because I can't really fix it at this point. I think I was making choices the whole time with the wrong colors in mine anyway, so big asterisk on this one. All right, so no, we have 1 biohazard, which we don't have to care about, but we don't have any samples. We have like 1 billion, which is not really good for us. What do I want to do? All right, well, this is not a great place for us, but I think we're going to do this anyway. We're going to spend these 3 dice to move the generalist into here. And we're going to use these 2 samples to basically take these 3 black dice and put them into the middle and then remove them. And we're doing that because we are almost out of dice from the bag. Because of all these missing dice, we're going to lose very soon because we can't really draw any dice. We're going to have to gamble now and try to get a cure. We get another treatment, which is not what we want. We need a sample. We're just going to gamble and hope we get it. And we keep getting the wrong thing. Another boat. All right, we got another biohazard, which not what we want, but we had to go for it. All right, so 4 more dice come out. It should be mostly blacks in here, but we'll see. Oh, there's still some other colors. So we might have an outbreak. Nope, no outbreak yet. No, we do have an outbreak. So this is going to outbreak into here. So we are going to lose in 3 more outbreaks. Celebrity Activist is going to go. Okay, now the epidemic is going to happen, unfortunately, and I think this is where we lose the game because we're going to have to roll all these dice plus another 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? No. We are going to put all these dice back, and we're going to use this hot zone dice. We're going to spend it to re-roll this 1 biohazard. So we're not hitting the next infection rate yet, but we're going to roll this now, and look, we got it back. So this goes right back. That's actually pretty useful for us. So what are we going to do? First, we're definitely going to take, every time we see money, we're going to take money. And I think we're just going to have to put some dice back with what we have. We're going to put 1 blue dice from here And then 2 blue dice back in the bag. We're leaving those red dice because we're trying to cure that next. And then we have this plane. We're not going to re-roll it. And that's it. Now we draw 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to put a black dice over here. And we got 2 6s and another one of these. So we have all of this stuff to use, but not really any good way to use it. We're just going to have to use this emergency conference this turn right away. So first, let's roll and see how bad our roll is. All right, we got our 1 free biohazard. We finally got a sample. We're going to sample out one of these before we lose them all. We're going to use our emergency conference to bring Celebrity Activist back in so we can put a dice back in the bag because we have exactly 4 dice right now. If we have to pull dice out for any reason beyond that, I think we're going to lose. We're really hoping for something good from these events. Remove from the game 1, 2, 3 of the same color from any one region. Well, removing from the game does not help us because we need the dice in our bag. I mean, I guess it prevents us from outbreaking again, but it does not help us win. And I don't know. We have to gamble, I think. We're going to have to gamble 1 dice at a time. We should have done it this way. We're going to put this character over there. We're going to use the conference to pull them out because we have this, which is going to let us prevent 1 biohazard. So we're going to keep rolling until we got either get samples or biohazards. Got a sample, so we're going to pull 1 more red out. Perfect. And actually, no. Okay, we're going to ignore this. We're going to use this dice to ignore it and re-roll it. We got an airplane. Hopefully we get it back. So now I have to choose what I want to do with the rest of this. This was a boat. So with the red dice specifically, if I roll a 6, I can actually, no, I need another dice. So we have to gamble. We're probably going to lose, but we have to gamble. We'll keep the syringe. We'll gamble all the boats. Okay, we got another sample. That's perfect. Okay, we're going to gamble another boat. Try to get that last red dice. We'll gamble this plane. No, there's no good place to fly to right now. These don't really help us because the fact that we have to advance the infection rate. We need 1 more cure. Maybe we don't. Maybe we risk it. Yeah, we're not going to roll any more planes or whatever I had. I'm gonna use these 2 samples. We're gonna get rid of this yellow and we're gonna get rid of the red. Get more dice back in the bag. We're gonna try to cure and hope that we get good numbers on these dice. So 6, this is perfect. We're gonna spend 3 on this major research grant. After rolling when trying to find a cure, set 1 rolled sample to any results. We're gonna set this 1 to a 6. It's gonna give us 13 for 3 dice, which means we're gonna get 3 dice back in the pool. It's perfect for us. We're gonna cure red. These 2 go back in the pool, so we're not losing from not being able to draw dice. We're gonna get another event forecast. Before rolling dice drawn in the infect regions step, set up the 2 of those dice. And okay, we're gonna do that immediately, I think. So we're gonna infect now. We're gonna set 2 aside. We are gonna set the 2 blue for now because there's plenty of blue on the board. Although black, they both can give us an outbreak. So, all right, I'm gonna roll 2. Sorry, we have to use one of these to be able to do that. Let's see what our next event is actually. Okay. So we do outbreak and a 1. So we have 2 more outbreaks left before we lose. All right. We didn't lose in total shame. Cured 2 colors, so that's good for us. All right, we have 1 billion planes. Not what we want. We need money. But if I try to re-roll, I actually have bad stuff with biohazards. I guess we will start going for blue. Blue is next on our hit list. And I guess we'll bring both of our characters over here. We're gonna do nothing. I don't love doing nothing. No, we're gonna gamble. How many cash? There's only 1 cash sign. All right, we're gonna gamble 1 dice. Hopefully we don't roll. If we roll a biohazard, then things are bad. Okay, we got another syringe, so we'll put 1 of these in the middle. That's good for us. Gonna gamble again. Another syringe. That's not horrible for us. Trying to get a money. Got a double airplane. Another syringe. We're just gonna go for all the blue dice in the middle strategy and hope that we can survive. We roll on 4 dice. We did forget to put this out. No, we didn't trigger this yet, so never mind. right, 5, 3, 1, and another DDC. So 3. This is going to outbreak, unfortunately. Maybe we should have moved over here and put all these black dice back. Probably would have been a smart move. Too late. All right, we didn't lose yet though. One more outbreak and we lose. A roll like that will probably kill us. We are going to infect twice. Means all these beautiful dice that we have are going to be rolled again, plus another 4 dice. So this is probably where we lose, but all that work we did has been erased. All right, so we got this. 2 2s, pretty good. This goes in here. Another 2, 5, and there's our last outbreak, and then we lose. So that is it for this round of Pandemic the Cure. So we are at 2 losses. This looks like a tough combo. I can understand why this is probably better with 3 players, although, you know, I'm not even really sure how you can use them that effectively. I mean, you just have to gamble for money, really. Like if they roll a lot of money, it helps you, kind of. And if they don't, then sometimes they can do some other stuff, but I don't know. And then generalists, just with so many dice, like if you roll poorly over and over again, the biohazards come out. When they don't roll poorly, you can do a lot of interesting things. But when they do roll poorly, you just like quickly snowball down to your doom. Anyway, that is another loss of Pandemic the Cure. I will see you next time again. If you like these playthroughs, let me know. I kind of was pretty bad at zooming in and out on this one, mostly because I was playing fast and loose to be able to pick up my son, which I have to leave for right now. So we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.